Welcome back, and we build predictions. It is match week 30. Match week 30. Special guest today. We have one of my best friends, my roommate, Aiden Stockman. You can see by his jersey, he's got the Arsenal kit. It was my Christmas gift to him. He's repping it today. But he's excited to take on that guest leaderboard. He wants to be at the top of it by the end of next week.
I will be.
He will be. There you go.
I will be.
There you go. We'll see how that plays out. It's been kind of a weird couple of weeks. We had the short match week, right? Then we had the international break. Boo, international breaks. But that was the last one of the year. And so we have a final push to the end of the season. We got 9 weeks left. We got a title push. We got a relegation push. We have a bunch of European places up for grabs, right? And so quick score update before we get into the predictions for the week. Mm-hmm. We have Brock right now has a 183 to 180 points.
Skimming by.
He's skimming by. He's right there. I'm coming though. I'm coming for him. We're gonna get the week started. It is the first match of the week. We have Newcastle at home against West Ham.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on this one?
Solid score table. Solid international break. Went in my head and said, you know what? West Ham. 2-0.
Wow. And West Ham have been in good form. They're sitting in a European place. Newcastle trying to come back.
They won't.
They won't? I'm going to back Newcastle here. I just have to. I like the prediction. I think it's possible. I think Jared Bowen has been brilliant recently. But I think Newcastle will take care of business. 2-1 Newcastle. Brock, what do you have to say?
Newcastle, it's West Ham, and it's time for me to bring back the classic vintage Brock take. Newcastle at home is extremely hard to beat. Give me the Geordies 2-1 over the Ham.
Next fixture is Bournemouth at home against Everton. It's been a long time since we've seen these teams play, right? Bournemouth, Solanke, brilliant. Everton only have a 6-point deduction, but they're in a relegation battle. I'm going to go ahead, just throw out my prediction, and then I'll throw it to you. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw.
Wow. Before this, Jordan was throwing to me what Everton had with the financial stuff. I don't know what that means. But if that were me, I'd be pissed. And if I lost 6 points, I'd want to fight. So I'm going to throw it in there. Everton's going to take the game.
Wow.
It's going to be a close game. I'm going to go with 1-0.
1-0.
1-0.
A dice special.
But there's something about just when you lose 6 points for finances.
FFP, man. It's crazy.
The governing bodies, they don't play. So what do they have to say?
Well, let's see what Brock has to say about this game specifically. Brock, over to you.
Bournemouth-Everton. I find this one staring down the barrel pretty straightforward to predict. I'm going to split the fence. Last time I did this, it worked. 1-1.
Chelsea against Burnley is our next fixture. We have Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Right?
Okay.
They're trying to make a push for Europe. Cole Palmer, or Cold Palmer as they call him, has been brilliant. His goal contributions is through the roof. Burnley, on the other hand, is shocking.
Don't know what that means.
Don't know what that means? Give me your prediction then.
Chelsea, because I know that name, is going to take the game. Probably 2-0.
2-0 to Chelsea. I'm going to go 3-1 to Chelsea. Baker, what do you have on this one?
Chelsea, Burnley. It's a straightforward pick for me. I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
That brings us to Forest against Crystal Palace. And the first thing we have to talk about is Nottingham Forest get a FFP points deduction. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Everton had it. Now Nottingham Forest gets it, and it actually puts them into the relegation zone. They're in 18th. Luton are now above the relegation zone, which is just crazy. But how would you feel as a Forest fan? I mean, you're really in the thick of it now, right? Palace, on the other hand, they're kind of a weird club to follow at the moment. There's not necessarily consistency.
I've never heard of them.
You got a new manager though, right?
That's good.
And he's been doing well.
Okay.
What's your prediction on this one?
Yeah, just because I like the name Crystal Palace. Never heard. But I'm going to take them over Forest. And I'm going to go crazy here.
Okay.
I'm going to go 3-1.
3-1 to Crystal Palace.
Yes.
I'm going to go flip it.
That's not right.
3-1 Forest. I think Forest at home at the City Ground are special, and I think they're going to want to respond after that news broke. Brock, what do you have for this one?
It's Forest versus Palace, and Forest is at home, so I'm going to do the pretty safe thing to do here. I've got a lead to protect now, and I'm going to go 2-1 Nottingham Forest.
That brings us to Sheffield United against my club. We got the Cottagers. We got Fulham. He's hyping me up over here. We got Sheffield. They're looking like they're pretty much done and dusted. They're going to be relegated, it seems like, unless they get a late push, right? Fulham, on the other hand, they are in a really, really good place right now. I mean, that win against Tottenham was liquid football, right? Absolutely brilliant. Just took a huge, huge win, right? Fulham, though, we have to mention their away form. This game is away from home. Fulham have 2 wins in the entire year away from home. It has not been good, but they are a good team. They have the quality to win.
Okay.
What are your thoughts? What's your prediction?
Yeah.
What do you think?
When you got a roommate that walks around in the mornings, Super Michael Silva knows exactly what you need. I'm an Arsenal fan. Other team I know is Fulham. That's because of him. So I'll take Fulham for you. I don't know. The away record's kind of influencing me. I'm going to say 1-0.
Okay.
I'm not changing it. 1-1 tie.
1-1 tie. He doesn't
Draw.
back. He doesn't
Don't know
back
why I
my.
said tie. That's my bad. Draw.
He doesn't back my boys. 1-1 for him. I'm gonna go 3-0. I think it's gonna be another statement. I think we're gonna try and finally push that away form curse to the side, and they'll get the job done. Brock, over to you.
Have found ways to ping the ball, and they play Sheffield United, who can kind of smash, they can kind of grab, but I think this Fulham side has found the secret sauce. Their strikers firing on all cylinders. I'm going to go 3-1 Fulham.
Next up, we got Luton Town at Tottenham. Brock just gave us his prediction. For this one, I'm going Tottenham. They're at home. Luton Town sucks. Just calling it. Tottenham's taking the W, 2-0.
I pegged you to be someone who's gonna back Luton Town. They have a lot of fight. They've been playing well.
I could.
They're the David, but
I'm looking at the score table, and it's not looking good.
Yeah, and Tottenham, they really need a response, right? They got absolutely battered against Fulham right before that international break, and most Tottenham fans would tell you that it was it was their worst performance of the season. And I think the international break came at a good time for them because they were able to regroup, and I agree with you. I think they'll get the win here. I'm going to go 3-1 Tottenham. I'm going to go Son with a brace. He's going to get 2. Brock, what do you have on this one?
Spurs face Luton. The major decider for this game is Luton is not at home. And so I'm gonna go safe here. Tottenham 2-0.
Aston Villa at home against Wolves. Villa they're still in place to keep control of that Champions League spot, right? Wolves, a top half team. I mean, they have been brilliant this year. Gary O'Neill has been playing just brilliant football.
Okay.
Villa in this one like I said earlier, Ollie Watkins, brilliant. Ollie Watkins has been brilliant this year. He gets a cap for England, and that's just a huge deal. That's a huge deal. I'm going to go ahead, throw out my prediction. I think this one's going to be really good. It's going to be a really, really good game, but I'm going to lean home field. 2-1 Villa.
Okay. I'm going to go opposite what you just said, because that's how I'm feeling right now.
There you go.
You got your fish that's whispering to me right now?
Zhao's over in the other room. He's
whispering me. He's saying the Wolves are taking it.
Wow.
He's saying it's going to be a battle. It's going to be messy. Say it's going to be 3-2.
3-2 to Wolves.
Yes.
Brock, what do you think about this Muppet over here?
This one feels like a must for Villa. Just with the way that these top 4 races is shaping out, and I think Villa gets the job done. I think you're going to see a side that's going to put the ball in the back of the net pretty handily. And sitting here and think about it, I'm going to go 3-1.
Up next, we got Manchester United at Brentford. Manchester's taking it 100%, and here's why.
You don't like the bees, huh?
Because my right ankle
Okay.
shimmied when I said Brentford's gonna win. That's not correct. It should have been the left ankle. So Manchester's taking it to Brentford.
Wow.
And it's going to be a 3-1 victory. I don't know what you have to say because I haven't been following. So
I
let's hear
have
from Jordan.
no idea what he just said, but his prediction is right. It's 3-1 United. Brock, what do you have?
Boy, Kobe Manu is a special player. Every time I watch him, I'm impressed. He is progressive. He's aggressive. He does a lot of things right, and he's young. A lot of room to grow. Coming off an international break, getting the debut and everything, he's a special player. I think United have found a way to start clicking things into place. And I'm going to go ahead and go United 2-1.
Next up, we have Liverpool against the Seagulls. Brighton are coming to town to Anfield. And Liverpool, I mean, they have been brilliant all season long, right? They are in the title push, right there in it. It's kind of one of those weeks for them where they get to hopefully take care of business and then watch that big game that we're about to get to.
I'm
in a
hoping
second.
they're not going to.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't take care of business if you're a Gunners fan,
Hoping.
right? But we'll see what happens. I mean, Darwin has been in great form. Having Salah back has been good. The injuries have been the real story, right? We've kind of coined the term Klopp's kids, right? Because all these youngsters being put into the side in recent weeks, and they've been showing out. I mean, they have been really showing out. It's been crazy to see some of the results they've been getting, right? They're coming off an international break. I think they're getting some players back. This is going to be a very interesting one, and I'm just going to go with my classic. I say it every week. Liverpool 3-1. Boom.
Liverpool 3-1.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to go one lower than you.
Okay.
I'm going to take Liverpool 2-1.
2-1 to Liverpool. There we go.
That's my
Brock, what do you have in this one?
This one has banana peel written all over it. Liverpool at home against Brighton. I could see 2 drop points for Liverpool, but I'm not going to predict that. That is not something that I'm going to predict. We'll just err on the side of caution. 3-1 Liverpool.
That brings us into the game of the week. It is an absolutely huge match. We got Man City against the Arsenal. Stockman's team over here. How are you feeling going into this one?
The Gunners are going to take it. Come on, you Gunners. Come on. They're going to take it to City. They're going to put their fists up on that field, and they're going to be fighting. I'm seeing 2 yellows, maybe 3, okay? I'm seeing Saliba going in. I'm seeing the coaches going in. I'm seeing our players taking it to City and just squeezing, scraping by with a 2-1 lead.
A 2-1 win for the Gunners. It would be absolutely humongous for the title push.
Yep.
To be able to go into this, going to City, right?
The
Going to
fire's there.
The fire's there. Yeah. And this has been, the thing about Aiden here is, I didn't mention this earlier in the intro, but there was a time where he was consistent in the comments.
1, 2, 3. Back to back. Got the score. Got the victory, right? All Arsenal games.
Yeah.
I was 3 for 3.
Yeah, there was a time, it was around Christmas, where he went back to back, perfect predictions for Arsenal. So he knows ball. But
I know my Gunners.
He knows his Arsenal, right? And this game is going to be crazy. Last time we saw the reverse fixture, we saw Arsenal finally get one over on City. They had that late winner, that deflected Martinelli effort, right? At home, right? And now this one has such an uncertain feel because, one, it's coming right out of the international break. No one has any idea what to expect, right? You have Haaland back in the side, De Bruyne back in the side. It seems Rodri's healthy. Like City are getting a lot of this health back, right? Arsenal have been flying, right, since the start of the year, right? Saka has been flying, right? And so this game just has such an interesting feel, right? I'm really curious to see who has more possession. I'm really curious to see what Brock has to say about this game, right? Because last time it felt like Arsenal, usually who are dominating possession, allowed City to have a little bit so that they could play themselves more into the game and have more pockets of space. The other interesting thing about this game, and I just have to mention it before we move on, before I throw out my prediction, right, is both of these teams play with inverted wingbacks, which means their outside backs are coming into midfield and it's all about that. The midfield is the winner of this game. It's going to dictate on the midfield, and to be completely honest, I know Declan Rice is a $100 million man.
Don't say it.
But
Don't say
Rodri.
Don't say it.
Rodri is
Wow.
the best. He's the best 6 in the league, and I think City will take care of business here, 2-1. I hate to say it because I hate City, but that's what I think is gonna happen. Brock, what do you have for your
Come on, Arsenal!
week?
Game of the week, it's likely our game of the century. Arsenal, first place Arsenal, go and faced the reigning champions Manchester City at home. Picked up a lot of knocks. I don't know if it's an advantageous thing. Arsenal is having to play this game after an international break. But, man, this is shaping up to be a fun bout. And I'm going to sit the fence on this one. 2-2.
You know what? That's going to wrap us up for the week. It's exciting. The graphic's going to go up there now with the predictions. Aiden's predictions will be down in the comments, so be sure to go check those, right? But, man, we're coming out of the international break. We got that final stretch of the year. I'm just excited. I am just excited, and I need you all to be in the comments. I need you to be in the comments talking.
Comment down below.
I need you guys to be talking about how big of a waffle my roommate is, right?
Absolutely.
And I need
Absolutely.
you to be in the comments telling us your predictions for your teams. We got a huge title push. We got chaos in the relegation battle right now. We have places for Europe up for grabs. But with all that being said, thank you for watching.